It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media, in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world!
Yeah!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the show, Best in the World, hashtag BITW. I am Dale. With me, as usual, my homie Trail from Sports Review Wrestling. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Not Friday Junior. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, you get that a lot on Friday Junior.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely get that a lot. Yeah, man. How was the show yesterday, man?
Oh, man, it was good, man. We loved it. Again, my guy John Watson just can't stay out of trouble, so he got put on trial again. So
I heard about that. Okay.
It was a good time, man. It was a good time, man.
All right. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, look, the weekend jam-packed, full of wrestling. The Royal Rumble was this weekend. We are going to get into that for sure. So yeah, man. But first, before we get into all of the wrestling, John saying they're hating them. I know, John. That's what they're doing, bro.
Hey, man, self-inflicted wounds, not my fault.
Man. Like, come on, y'all.
Self-inflicted wounds.
So yeah, man. Like we've been saying, we are giving away King Cake this Mardi Gras season. If you didn't know, go ahead and check this out.
What is going on, people? It's your boy Chill Will. And guess what? It's Mardi Gras season, y'all. And you know what that means. It's time for King Cake. STWF TV is giving away 2 King Cakes per week from Little J's Donut during Mardi Gras. All you have to do is subscribe to STWF TV on YouTube and comment on the STWF TV shows. Comment the most and get put into a drawing. The names are randomly selected every week. That's right. Get a taste of Mardi Gras this year with Little J's King Cake, located in Harahan, Louisiana. Check them out on Facebook at Little J's Donuts or at littlejaysdonuts.org. We'll be seeing you.
That's right. And we have our second 2 winners of the King Cake contest, Mr. Sexy Scottish and Ashlyn. So you guys get with us and we will get you guys a King Cake shipped out to you from Little J's Donuts. So
hey now. Hey now. Ship out of you, huh?
Right.
Let's go.
That's right, man. So all right, now let's get into some wrestling here. Now that everybody knows about the King Cake contest, got some news and rumors. Tyler Bate is possibly coming back from injury soon. We hadn't seen him in a while, and that's the rumor about him. Have you heard anything else about Tyler Bate?
No, not other than he was, like you said, he's set to come back anytime now. So that's pretty much all I heard between him and Ilya Dragunov as well. That there's no timetable for his return, but he's on his way as well.
I think he's a little bit further out than than Tyler Bate will be, but yeah, I heard Dragunov making a lot of progress as well.
Exactly, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm also seeing that Dakota Kai could be returning soon. She was dealing with a concussion, and so she's probably gonna be coming back soon. And I hope so that way she gets a spot on the Mania card. Because Dakota,
because I mean, I'm gonna call that the kill shot because she took a hell of a kill shot from the Deadeye sniper Zoe Stark. Because good lord.
Yep. So hopefully that's gonna be all good. Because look, I think she's getting like a little pop from the crowd, and I don't want that to die out because because she's been out so long, so.
Yeah, she's been active on social media thanking fans for, chipping in on her. So I think that'll help. That's the one thing about social media in this day and age, that when a person's out that fans really, really cared about, they, keep up to date on them, on social medias and stuff. So she'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can use social media to actually get themselves over. Like on TV. Like
Zack Ryder did.
Zack Ryder did. Yeah, exactly.
Dakota Kai is on her way of doing it. Zelina Vega. Well, she's not over yet, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's pretty much doing it too. Zelina. So, and then she's gonna be moving to SmackDown. So, away from the whole LWO. So, we'll see how she does by herself. So.
I mean, with Andrade getting that divorce, perfect pairing between him and Zelina again, unless Alistair comes back.
Wait, divorce?
Oh yeah,
what?
They got divorced.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
Yeah, that news dropped. I think before she made her Rumble return, that her and Andrade had a divorce.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. Like,
trying to tie the record. She's trying to tie her dad's record in championships and marriages.
I guess so.
That's crazy. Yeah. Hate to see it though. I mean, I never wish bad marriages on anyone. So
absolutely. This was what, maybe a 5-year marriage, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. They've been together for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, she just recently came public about it. I think, like somewhere.
Okay.
But
all right. Well, I didn't know that, man, but I appreciate you telling me that. All right, let's talk some AEW.
Oh yeah.
The Hurt Syndicate. The Guns came out during their segment and saying that they've been waiting for years to get the AEW World Tag Team Championship rematch. And Colton says, hey, it's time for the Guns to take back their titles. So MVP grants them a match, and they're gonna get it on next week. I'm excited to see the Guns come back, but at the same time, like, I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, lamb to slaughter. But just like you said, man, I'm happy to see the Guns. The Guns have been missed, in my opinion. I was just really starting to like those guys. So once they joined the Bullet Club Gold,
yeah,
I like those guys, man. They're pretty cool. So to see them come back, because let's face it, I mean, let that sink in. They've been waiting years for a rematch.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, how is that even possible? It's just the timeline for Tony Khan's booking is all out of order, but they're gonna get fed to the slaughter. It's gonna be a competitive match, but at the end, Lashley is gonna just kill those guys, man.
Do you think they're gonna come back with Bullet Club Gold? I know they did the whole gold member stick or whatever, but the fact that Juice Robinson's been out for a long time, the Guns been out for a long time. They got Switchblade kind of hanging around some other people looking for backup.
I think they still be together for now.
Okay.
I think so. Eventually, once they lose to the Hurt Syndicate, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get back with good old Switchblade. So
yeah. All right. And Ricochet versus Swerve on Dynamite. So we saw Ricochet go ahead and send Strickland's head bouncing off of the ropes. And he lands like a released German suplex, and then dumps him in the ring. He delivers a 450 splash off the top, pins Swerve Strickland, but then Swerve like kicks out Ricochet, delivering a shooting star press off the top rope. Swerve ends up getting a pin out of this.
Yeah, it was weird.
I mean, AEW, they do a lot at the end, bro. Like a lot of stuff happens. But you know, it ended up with Swerve hitting like a second house call, and then the Swerve stomp, and then Ricochet gets his hands up and delivers a running forearm to Swerve, and then that's how he got the win. Like this was kind of weird. It almost reminded me of that the headbutt to the groin area that we saw like maybe a few weeks back.
Yeah, that's there was sometimes these matches be having way too many sequences, and it's like, all right, let's cut a few of those out and get to the nitty gritty, and you know, let's get this win. You're doing a little bit too much.
You gotta have a wrestling PhD, bro, to follow AEW. I'm telling you, man. Because even the bald thing, they were chanting the Ricochet, talking about he's bald. I'm like, man's been bald forever. We're talking about he's bald, but apparently this started on a Jericho cruise, and I didn't know that. You know,
the fans, they don't really care. They just want to make fun of them. They don't care about its in-ring work, and it's like, and that T-shirt got to go. Whoever came up with that idea of a T-shirt got to go. I'm not even gonna. Don't get me started with Samantha Irvin for supporting it, because I can't knock her. She's supporting the man, but that T-shirt got to go.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Swerve Strickland is the winner there. One of my favorite matchups of the night. You shouldn't be surprised by this. Toni Storm versus Queen Aminata. Like, this is a good matchup. I love me some Queen Aminata. You know I love me some Toni Storm.
Hey, Toni Storm
and
was wrestling somebody?
Also, Mariah May comes out and she gets on commentary. So this is everybody wins here. Okay, everybody wins. And
hey man, Toni Storm was wrestling somebody?
Well, that's the thing.
I was just looking at Toni Storm.
Toni Storm comes out dressed as
like
Mariah May. Comes out to Mariah May music. She's doing all the Mariah May moves. She's doing all the mannerisms. Mariah May is on commentary, heated. Okay. I love the
great performance. She looked very good. Very, very good.
And of course, Toni Storm is the winner. And this will lead to their match over in Australia against Mariah May. And look, I can't wait to see this happen in Australia. Is going to be pretty good. So,
yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this match. I like how she was just doing all Mariah May, most of Mariah May's like moves, mannerisms, and her facial expressions is like, with all the extensions and stuff. I'm like, wow, she actually kind of does look like Mariah May. So it was cool. She was a more thicker version of Mariah May, but the highlight of that was Tony Schiavone being put in a hot spot. Because you know, she was asking him like, hey, you know, she's missing, you know, 2 pairs of she's missing 2 pairs. Yeah, do you agree, Tony? And like, he was staring at him. He's like, hey, I can't answer that, but you know.
That's funny. That is great. Mariah May knows how to work the crowd and everything, man. So all right. So that's all I really got for AEW. You got anything else you want to talk about with AEW?
Yes, I do actually. Okay. Protect Harley Cameron at all times. She is easily creeping up in my top 5 of female performers. The woman is multi-talented, And
Absolutely.
having the little CEO puppet, that
Great.
had me dying.
Great. It's great.
That and then her fighting with Renee, trying to flip her off. That stuff was
Yes.
gold. That was comedic gold. I love
Yes.
Chelsea Green, but I really think Mariah May should have solely won, funniest female wrestler, because that was chef's kiss.
Yeah.
That was good.
I like to see how this works out next year, because Chelsea Green going on her run with the U.S. title and stuff like that, and like I said, Holly Cameron just coming on, they could build her into something for real.
Yeah, if Tony Khan does realize what's going on,
yeah,
that the fans are slowly going to get behind Harley Cameron, it's you'd be a fool not to capitalize, because the woman is a gold mine. She can sing, she can act, she can wrestle, she got the look. It's like, just capitalize, Tony. Just capitalize, because that's your ticket right there.
Yep.
Future TBS champ. I mean, you got a homegrown talent. Well, she's not really homegrown, but you have someone you can build a division off of.
He discovered her. Might as well say she homegrown.
Oh, there you go. So it's like, do her some justice, man, because she deserves it. She's easy creeping in my top 5. I like her.
Yep. I agree. She is really entertaining.
What's up, boss lady?
Yep. All right. Let's get to some WWE. We're gonna start back at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair wins the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. The Queen and the Prodigy teamed up and they got Nia Jax out of there. And then seconds later, Flair nailed her with one of the big boots, sent her flying off the apron and to the floor. And then she became the first 2-time winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. How'd you feel about it? What'd you think about the Women's Royal Rumble in general, especially all of the entries and stuff like that?
Well, first I'm gonna go over what I thought about the Women's Royal Rumble. Very stacked. I enjoyed the Rumble. Only gripe I have is I didn't think Maxine Dupree should have been in there. That should have went to someone else. But I do understand some people's point of view for Maxine. I mean, she does, try her hardest to entertain and stuff like that. So I'm not going to gripe over it too much. It is what it is. But my girl from the SEC, LSU's finest, and I do me fine. Jada Parker, I know that she was going to be in the Rumble, and she came in, showed out. I think she had one elimination. I don't know if she had elimination or not. I don't remember, but she showed up and showed out. Last Legend showed up and showed out. Stephanie Barker, Julia, and then I love the moment, the fact that it was the first day of Black History Month. I love the moment with Bianca, Naomi, Last Legend, and Jada Parker all standing in the ring. It's like, I'm like, wow, this is pretty dope. And then Chelsea Green had to be in that one female to get in the middle of everything. And she paid for her troubles. But I love the Rumble. It was great. Charlotte winning. It is what it is. But me personally, I would have preferred her to win at the Elimination Chamber, because that's where I called it. I wanted her to win at the Chamber, and then she can go after Tiffany Stratton. And I had Io win. So I would have preferred they would have had somebody else that haven't won give like Io a shot, or, maybe Bianca, or maybe Naomi, or, someone else besides Charlotte, because Charlotte didn't really need to win the Royal Rumble coming fresh off of a year-long injury just to have her win the Rumble. It wasn't.
That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. She didn't need it.
It goes back to the whole CM Punk argument. You got guys that's been here all year, and then you get somebody that hadn't been here all year, and
Right.
boom, make it the main event spot. You
Yeah.
know, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, I would have understood if Charlotte was here the entire time and,
Yeah.
you know, she won the Royal Rumble. People still would have complained, but like, hey, she's been killing it. She's been, you know, putting on matches, but she's been gone for over a year. And for her to come back just to win it, and you had a stacked roster of females who could have got that Jey Uso rub, could have got that Benoit rub, could have got that Rey Mysterio rub, and, you know, win the Rumble. So I thought for sure it was going to be EO. It should have been EO, but that's the only thing I didn't like about it. Also, is just she didn't need that Rumble. I thought for sure she's the win at the Chamber.
Yeah. Yeah.
She could have gave it to Nia Jax.
Right. Like, I have been putting in work all year, bro.
Yeah.
All year. So
exactly.
That was my problem with it. So now Charlotte has to pick her matchup. We're gonna talk more about Charlotte going to the different shows and everything like that. But what do you think would be the best matchup for the main event of WrestleMania that includes Charlotte Flair?
Based on recent events, they're making it seem like it's going to be Rhea, but I booked it for her taking on Tiffany Stratton, so Stratton can have that moment with the self-proclaimed women's GOAT of WWE. So I had that booked for a long time before Charlotte even came back, that she was gonna come back and get a title shot against Tiffany. So that's where I go with that. Yeah, that's what I think should happen, would be Charlotte and Tiffany.
Okay. That makes sense if that's indeed the way they go, just to have Tiffy in there with a big star to give her more of a rub if she indeed defeats Charlotte at WrestleMania.
That'd be huge if she does, but I heard in the rumor mill that WWE is pushing for Charlotte to have a championship reign sooner rather than later. So she might win. I would not be surprised if she wins at WrestleMania, but I would love to see Tiffany Stratton beat her. But right now, to me personally, it doesn't seem like Tiffany Stratton really hasn't done anything. She hasn't really defended her championship. Well, maybe one time.
She hadn't. Well, she hadn't, because she just got it, right? So
yeah, I mean,
she had, but there hadn't been a PLE pass since really that she had to defend it with. So yeah.
So
at the Chamber, she's probably going to defend it.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Tiffany, man. Like, because when she won, I'm like, okay, you need to, make a name for yourself, because when you know who gets back, I'm pretty sure she's going to target her. So she might defend it against Nia Jax at the Elimination Chamber. Because I think I'm thinking Charlotte's probably going to choose Tiffany. So that way the Elimination Chamber is going to be for Rhea. But I see her defending it either in the Chamber or against Nia Jax.
Okay. The WWE Tag Team Champions DIY defeated the Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The ending was with the Street Profits comes out and they attack Sabin and Shelley, and that allowed Champion Gargano to hit meet in the middle. And then after the match, the Street Profits beat up everybody pretty much.
Yeah.
And they hold up the gold over their heads. So I'm guessing what we're going to see here is like a 3-way match or something like that at some point.
Maybe, but I think also it's just the Street Profits preferred DIY because DIY was the ones that jumped them. So they want them. They want to take the gold off of them, because at the end of the day, Street Profits is going to be winning that gold. When, I don't know. They might have another championship showcase at WrestleMania where all these teams are fighting for the championship. But I like these new Street Profits. I mean, they're edgier. They're not quite heels yet, but they got that attitude that, we're we're not joking around. We're not drinking solo cups. We're here on business. So I'm digging it. I'm digging the new
You
Profit.
touching the Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, that's some heel stuff. You know?
That's why they turned around and they also touched DIY. So it's like,
yeah, true.
They're not showing the allegiance to anyone.
True.
They just came in and wrecked shop.
Good point. Okay. Cody Rhodes defeated Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship in the ladder match. Owens attempted another package pile driver on the ladder, and Cody countered with the Alabama Slam that put him through the ladder from the announce table. And then Kevin Owens, he's down, and Cody Rhodes scaled the ladder. He got both the titles down, and he remains the champ. So, but this match was something else, man. Like the whole beef, I think, was something else. What'd you think?
Yeah, man. It's ironic that it took Kevin Owens to make Cody Rhodes' reign be interesting, because shout out to Cash from the Humble Roses podcast. He said this multiple times. We was gonna get Homelander Cody Rhodes, and that's who we got at the Royal Rumble. We got the American Nightmare, the real American Nightmare, who pulled no punches and did not hesitate to pull the trigger on Kevin Owens. And that Alabama Slam, and I mean, we all know Hardcore Holly, gave that to him, but Kevin Owens got folded. Like, literally got folded like a piece of paper through that ladder. And I was like, Jesus Christ. That's like, we talked about it yesterday, how that could be like Kevin Owens' best match at the Royal Rumble, at a Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And to me, this has been like the best match in Cody Rhodes' title reign.
Ah, there you go.
Just when I said that. Just when I said
this
that.
match was right. Yeah. I definitely like this match, man. Like the whole beef, and Kevin Owens is a really good bad guy. I said it every time he was a bad guy. He's a really good bad guy, and especially the bad guy that's going to just turn on everybody, because he gonna get you every time. Okay, it's what he does. All right, I can't wait to see Kevin Owens come back when he's retired and like turn on somebody.
Like one last time, right?
Yeah. That's what he does, bro.
Yeah, man, he's great at what he does, man. He's definitely one of the most underrated guys on that roster, man. Like, there's never been a bad Kevin Owens match that he never accused Kevin Owens of being like effortless, like not putting any effort in what he does. So he's great. That's a Hall of Famer walking right there.
For real. He really is, man. He really is. And main event, Jey Uso.
Yeah.
The 2025 Men's Royal Rumble. After Cena clothesline Logan Paul over the top rope, Cena and Jey Uso battled on the apron. Yeah, exactly. And then
still don't know who the twin is, huh?
Right. And then second later, Jey Uso escaped the potential elimination of that attitude adjustment, because he slid back into the ring and he shoved Cena onto the floor, and he secured his spot in WrestleMania. Oh man, I was so happy to see Jey win, but I'm not gonna lie, I was worried when it was Cena and him, because I'm like, don't do this, WWE. Don't do this.
Yeah, I didn't have Cena winning at all. John's probably like the only person that had John Cena winning. I had CM Punk winning.
I thought Punk as well.
But when it came down to Jey and Cena, I was like, because remember, Dale, I had posed this question last week. I was like, will WWE pull a swerve and pull the trigger and have Jey Uso win? Yeah. So the fact they did it And it was such a simple elimination. It wasn't dramatic at all. It's just a simple push. So when Cena dropped, he had the same look I had. I was like, oh.
Yeah, people thought it may have been a botch. I talked to somebody like the next day and was like, I don't know about the elimination, bro. Like,
yeah, I was like, oh shit. Oh yeah, John did have a Punk. My bad. It was one of those guys. Yeah, man, I was like so shocked in a good way because I couldn't believe what I saw. I'm like, they literally gonna give this man, the main event spot, and I kind of felt he could have possibly won when he gave that promo the Monday night of last week, but I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna be in the final four, but him winning when it came down to Cena, I'm like, I don't think Cena's gonna have success this early on in his retirement tour. I think his setbacks are gonna continue. So, but I still had the back of my mind. I'm like, well, it is Cena. So you just never know.
Yes.
You just never know with
John
John Cena.
It is Cena.
So I'm happy that, he pulled the trigger on Jey. It pretty much sent a message to the locker room that your hard work does not go unnoticed.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
So the fact that, he got it, I was like, man, this is main event. Jey Uso is going to main event WrestleMania. So you're pretty much looking at a future champion walking out of Vegas.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. All right. Now let's get over to NXT here. So on NXT, we see Fandango come out, aka JDC.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
From TNA. He comes out to challenge Lexis King for the Heritage Cup title there. So I definitely was surprised to see the whole Fandango music. And I thought because we heard that music, he was back with WWE. So they're leaning into everything, I guess. So
yeah, I mean, they had the music, but then he also quickly was like, I love it here, but my name is, he gave his TNA name. So I was like, all right, dude, when I saw JVC pull up, I'm like, oh, this means, and he got the match with Lexis King for next week. I was like, please, are we gonna get the system coming into NXT next week? Because I'm hoping. Yeah. I'm hoping.
I keep hoping for the system. I mean, this is close. You get one person.
Yeah. Because I think we're going to get the system next week, but I don't think we're going to get Moose. I think Moose is probably going to stay clear of WWE cameras.
Okay. So what's the deal with Moose?
He feels like if he crosses over, he's not going to get the same shine as he getting at TNA, because over there at TNA, he's like one of the big marquee players.
Oh.
So that's why he's been on record saying he'll never sign with another organization. Like once he's done with TNA, he's more likely going to retire. So we'll see if he does the crossover and just show up, but I'm not holding out any hope, but at the same time, it will be awesome.
Yeah, for real. It would be.
Yeah.
All right. Bailey and Roxanne Perez, they get into another heated exchange. So they're just gonna keep these two together for a while and let them battle on every show, I guess.
Yeah. This is the way to get Roxanne on the main roster. So they're dragging it out, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's fine. We did see Charlotte Flair return to NXT, and she confronted Julia about the NXT Women's Championship. So it's possible that she will pick Julia. And do you think this is even possible that she would do that? Do you think they would do like they did Rhea Ripley and put that main event on WrestleMania, even for the NXT Women's Championship, if they picked her?
No, I think it's just one of those. it's just one of those doing her due diligence, going around each show,
Make
calling out the
rounds.
champ, looking at the champ. Because Rhea Ripley was different. Everyone was dubbing Rhea Ripley the secondary Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley was a big star in NXT. Not saying Julia's not, but Rhea Ripley was the bigger star at the time in NXT as a champ. So how Vince was pretty much taking over NXT. So yeah, he sent Charlotte down there, and that's how that goes. But her and Julia, no, I don't see it at all. It's gonna be on the main roster, whoever she picks, but it's definitely not gonna be Julia.
Dang. That's brutal, Arthur.
That was funny. That was funny. I do remember those Fandango Brizango when they used to dress up as like maintenance people, custodians, police officers.
Yeah,
man, that was entertaining stuff.
Yeah. That was brutal. All right. But we saw Cora Jade come back to like break everything up in the ring, pretty much run everybody out. But she swung on Bailey and with the Kindle stick, and she swung on Roxanne Perez. Didn't hit her, but she swung on Roxanne Perez, her girl.
Yeah, as Cat Williams said one of his stand-ups, you should have been talking shit. Because she had Cora Jay's name in her mouth saying, maybe I'll leave, vacate the championship, and maybe Cora Jade can finally win one. I mean, if that's your girl, you wouldn't send no subtle shot like that. So yeah, Cora Jade is like, I say less. I'm on my own. So she's going after the Knockouts Championship and the women's NXT Women's Championship. I don't blame her. Shout out to Cora Jade.
Yeah. Cora's about to come up here, man. I thought they were going to just keep them attached at the hip and kind of bring her up together.
Nah.
That's what I was thinking he would do, but okay.
Yeah, I had Cora Jade staying behind.
All right.
Because all that time she missed too, so yeah.
Yeah, she missed a lot of time, bro. She did.
Yeah.
She did. All right. Let's get to Raw. And Raw starts off the main event. Jey Uso, the winner of the Royal Rumble. And he's being emotional with the audience and everything. And out comes Gunther. And he pretty much tells him he's not interested in facing him at WrestleMania. Like, don't pick me. Like, I don't want this matchup.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna get
so disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get the trilogy.
Yeah, it's happening. Absolutely.
We're getting the trilogy. He's not going for Cody. We're gonna get that trilogy, and Jay will finally climb that mountain and beat Gunther. That's I don't know why WWE's even playing. Jey Uso should just came out straight up and said, I want this guy. Because Cody Rhodes did it last year. He was like, I want Roman Reigns. So he should have did the same thing. I want Gunther. But they want to play it, make it a mystery. But yeah, you're just gonna piss Jay off, and Jay's gonna go on a whole new level. And yeah, he's gonna finally get it done. And to John's point last night, Gunther's gonna lose another championship at WrestleMania.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I totally agree, honestly. Like, this is what I see happening. And I mean, look, the crowd is right there with him. He is like that white meat baby face out there that's really, really popular and hot, and you gotta keep feeding them. So yeah. All right, Penta defeated Ludwig Kaiser, and but before the match was actually we saw Pete Dunne come out, and that interrupted the celebration of Penta's. And then after Penta looks to see why you come to interrupt me, Ludwig Kaiser comes in, beats him down post match. So do you think we're going to see a triple threat here between these three?
I don't know. maybe this is a start of Penta's feud with somebody because he hasn't really gotten to a feud yet. He's been pretty much facing top-notch mid-carders, which is not a slight at all because these mid-carders he's been in the ring with, they can easily put on 5-star matches.
And you got to put on some matches, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe eventually Ludwig and Pete Dunne maybe form an alliance, possibly, which will have Penta team up with someone, or maybe like you said, to your credit, all three of these guys would tear the house down in a triple threat match, which I'll be all for. You don't really need a storyline to sell me on this, but in a way, it's still a storyline because now you just beat Ludwig. Ludwig got to eliminate the Royal Rumble by Penta, so you already got something going.
Yeah.
Penta beats Pete Dunne the second week on the roster, so you already got that going. So you put that all together, you still got a good little story going.
Yeah. Yep, exactly, man. Exactly. All right. And we got Charlotte Flair coming out to face another women's champion, and that is the women's world champion Rhea Ripley, who we've seen before at WrestleMania. But Rhea Ripley pretty much demanded that Flair challenge her at WrestleMania, running back.
Yeah, a trilogy on that as well. I mean, it seems like that's going to be the obvious choice, which I hope it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
But, because what was the point of having Rhea go through all that with Liv just to lose to Charlotte? So hopefully it's just something to throw us off to have us think that this is where they're going. But to have Rhea, as stoic as she is, comes out and begs for a championship match, it kind of reminds me of last year when Seth Rollins basically groveled at Cody Rhodes' feet, asking him, begging him to pick him. So hopefully that's the same scenario and Charlotte winds up going somewhere else because, it's like, not now. We don't need this. We don't need that match now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too, man. Seth Rollins all over again, bro. And it's the same title. Well, it's women's version, right? But it's the world title.
Yeah, exactly. So it's. I mean, have her be. If she's gonna beat someone, have her beat Tiffany and let someone else win the chamber and challenge Rhea. Unfortunately, it won't be Io Sky, but maybe throw Bianca Belair in there or throw, I don't know, because there's a chance we get Liv again, which I hope not as well. So I don't know. That's an open field of people they can pick. So maybe me, Nia. Who knows?
Well, so that I guess our next matchup, Liv defeated Io Sky by disqualification to qualify for the chamber. Liv was my original winner of my pick, at least for the Royal Rumble, and it has just come from the fact that she's been on top like pretty much the whole year, and she's been working the whole year. You want to reward that person. That was my whole thought of it. So this could be the way to get her back into that a good spot in WrestleMania for the championship. Maybe she wins it at WrestleMania, maybe not. But getting her to the Elimination Chamber. And I still don't think Io Sky is a done deal because there can always be some kind of second chance match to get her in, a triple threat or something like that. And boom, she wins it and gets in. So
yeah, maybe. Who knows? Hopefully that's the case. But if not, I think they just missed the golden opportunity of having Io in that chamber.
Yeah.
Because she's been busting her butt all year with everyone in damage control out with injuries. You had Asuka's out with injury. Dakota Kai's in and out with injury. Kairi Sane is out with injury. Yeah, they're all out. They're all been out. So it's just her.
Yeah, you're right. She's been the only healthy one throughout the whole thing. Wow.
So why not reward her with a title shot at WrestleMania? Since she walked in last year as champ, have her walk in as challenger this year. It would have been cool.
She's been a workhorse, so for real. Like so yeah, if she gets that spot, she definitely deserves it. So I wouldn't mind that at all. I just want it to be somebody who has been a workhorse this whole year. To get that spot.
I wouldn't mind seeing her challenge Lyra for the Intercontinental Championship. You know, she needs to be there at Mania for a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, have you heard I guess like rumors or things said like with Asuka, like I heard something where she came out with maybe like a Instagram post or something saying, "Hey, if you like me, don't like me. Like, there's no chance we were ever gonna be together."
I don't know what's going on, but it feels like maybe she's being stalked. Probably maybe she has a stalker on her hands. But yeah, it's very. I was very concerned for her safety. But you know, WWE and stuff has been making sure she's good and all that stuff. But yeah, it seems like she got an obsessed fan on her hands. So it's I can only imagine. I mean, the woman can defend herself well, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man, they're just humans. Asuka travels alone most of the time. She handles her business. She minds her own business. So it's like, why you gotta be bothering these people?
Well, I agree. I did read, months ago, somebody was following Bianca Belair to her car, and she was like, I know y'all just want like a autograph or whatever, but that's scary. Don't do that. Don't follow me to my car. Like, so if she's feeling that kind of way, and she's a bigger woman, like she probably could take most of us,
Yeah,
like in real life.
It's just insane that people require personal space. It's like people just because they're larger life people, they got to stop what they're doing and sign every single autograph any time of the day, and it's like no, let these people be, like let them walk through. You don't know what mental state they're in. Traveling the road. Traveling from here to here to here at airports early in the late at night, early in the morning, catching red eyes. It's like they want some time to themselves. Yep. So it's like, and then people want to talk crap online when they refuse, to sign. It's like, I'm freaking tired. Not right now. I have a meet and greet tomorrow. Come by then or something. Just all this stalking mode and following people is like. Not everyone is going to afford personal security because that stuff costs a lot of money. So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. Now, I mean, maybe the WWE needs to look at, well, I'm sorry, maybe agents need to look at negotiating that into part of their contracts to provide this kind of security, especially for your female performers.
Yeah. Because they don't travel with security. Jey Uso said that on the Macri show, like, I don't travel with security. I'm out there with people. You see them all the time, crossing the street, going whatever with people, just like Hollywood actors. It's like, let them be,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Look, I know Twin Peaks, it's a restaurant in the area, right? And I know when it's closing time, the cops are out there and they walk the ladies to their cars to make sure ain't nobody following them home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They need to start doing something because, these performers shouldn't be afraid for their lives every time they walk out their building.
Absolutely, man.
Not everyone's gonna have a Roman Reigns mansion or a big John Cena house. It's like, some people got, nice homes, maybe in the city or somewhere. It's like, quit following these people. Get a life.
For real, man. All right. And
they start packing.
Yeah. Whoa. And Florida is a what do you call that? Stand your ground state. So a lot of them live in Florida. They will blow your behind away.
I'm just saying, man, because a
All
lot
they
of
gotta say is, I was afraid for my life.
a lot of athletes today in WWE, they know martial arts, they know this, they know that. So,
Absolutely.
hey, mess with them at your own risk. And the ones that don't, they got husbands. So,
That's right.
so
That's right. All right, and CM Punk defeated Sami Zayn to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match. So maybe that's how CM Punk gets his favor and all this kind of stuff. Who knows? But as Punk and Sami Zayn, shaking hands and stuff after the match, Kevin Owens comes in unexpectedly.
half dead.
I mean, and he just launches a vicious attack on Sami Zayn, hits him with that down package pile driver. Kevin Owens turns on Sami Zayn yet again.
Yeah. I mean, and this time we saw it coming, but I was not expecting to see Kevin Owens there. I mean, the man walked up like he's one of the zombies from The Walking Dead. He could barely walk. He could barely lift up anything, but yet he, like you said, he gave Sammy one of the vicious power drivers. It's like, Jesus, what the hell is this man up to, man? It's like, this plan is forming together, man. I'm telling you, this plan is forming together.
Kevin Owens. Okay. All before, I was saying Kevin Owens is right. Kevin Owens is right. Now, what am I going to say? I can't defend this, Kevin Owens. I'm sorry. You went too far.
He didn't help him. He didn't help him win the championship. So he's like, all right, well, I just won't help you then. I'm gonna help you to the hospital room. Go ahead. How about that?
Oh man, I'm telling you, bro, that dude there, that dude, oh, he's turning on everybody.
Yeah,
Kevin
Randy
Owens,
Orton's not even back yet.
Terrible person, bro. Terrible guy. I'm telling you, KO.
That's just Kevin Owens, man. He's the modern day Grinch every 365 days out of the year.
Yeah, and it goes.
And he did it while wearing the Sami Zayn shirt.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's true. That's true too. That's right. He sure did was wearing a Sami Zayn shirt too.
Dude is
that's the other thing that's good about his heel work. His t-shirts, bro.
Yeah. Every person's ass he whooped, he's wearing their merchandise. So it's the dude is a diabolical treasure.
We hate you, KO. I still remember the Festival of Friendship. Okay, broke my heart. Broke my heart.
Oh man, broke that group up before the t-shirt even sold off the shop.
Dang on,
like so many people looking forward to buying that shirt. They're like, well, there goes that.
Yeah, bro. I was into that junk, bro. I was so into it. That's one of my favorite Jerichos right there, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, man. Is there anything else I didn't hit on that you want to mention?
Oh yeah, I have a theory regarding CM Punk's favor.
Okay.
So CM Punk is in the chamber. Seth Rollins has yet to qualify. So I think either Seth doesn't qualify and he screws Punk out of the chamber, or they're both in there and one pins the other one and that loser, screws them out of winning the chamber. And meanwhile, Roman Reigns is coming back for Rollins and Punk's like, nah, I want Rollins too. That's when he goes to Paul Heyman asking for that favor. And I think we're going to get CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in a triple threat at WrestleMania. That way, CM Punk gets his main event at the expense of Roman Reigns, because wherever Roman Reigns goes, that's main event. So I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay. I definitely see this triple threat with because a lot of that, the way Roman got out of the Royal Rumble, the multiple, stomps on Roman, saying he's gonna be out for a while, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I will see that as that was a ticket to allow Roman to like wait until maybe the week before WrestleMania to show up.
Yeah, he's definitely showing up after the Chamber. He's gonna come for Rollins, so you might see Roman on Raw, because he's not part. He didn't take part in that draft, so he's pretty much can go wherever he pleases.
Mm-hmm.
And he still got unfinished business with CM Punk because CM Punk eliminated him. So, and then like I said, CM Punk has that favor. Rollins and Roman ain't over, so I think they're gonna put those three together, and that's gonna be one hell of a main event. Which night I don't know, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay. All right, Lena, were you talking about the KO situation with him turning on Sami Zayn, or what do you have something on? I think she's talking about this KO thing, because definitely that attack was not justified. KO's a terrible guy.
Yeah. He is. He's Kevin.
But like, what are you gonna say to Sami Zayn when a year later we see them being friends again?
It always happens, man. It's like it's like 1 minute they're friends, 1 minute they're allies. It's like Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
best of friends, and then when they go to war, good God, they went to war. So, and then they wind up being friends years later. So it always happens. It always happens.
Okay. And so that brings up the question then: at how soon are we gonna see Ciampa turn on Johnny Wrestling?
I don't know, because I'm digging this DIY heel.
I agree. I am. I am too.
If they do split up again, I want them to pull the swerve and have Johnny turn on Ciampa.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Just to swerve it up.
Yeah.
This is the next group that's gonna be like turning and back together, turning and back together, I believe. Because they're just real life best friends, and that's what they do.
Yeah, and they make good stories. They haven't traveled the world up and down against each other because they met in NXT. But Kevin Owens and Sammy, they started together. So for them to be in the same company, still having all these wars, it's special to them. So it's you might see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, which would be a good card. So he took Sami Zayn out, so he's probably gonna be out for a little bit. Kevin Owens, I don't know if he's gonna go heal up and come back, or he's gonna keep pulling up out of nowhere, but we're gonna get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens soon. So that would be a good WrestleMania match as well.
Yeah. That's probably what's going to end up happening. Going to be on one of the nights. But I think as a one-on-one match, it's big enough to make it to WrestleMania. And a turn like this. Now, can they make it last to WrestleMania? That'll be the problem, the challenge, at least.
Well, it depends on how long they keep Sammy, how long they have Sammy sell that power driver, how long they keep him out, because the Elimination Chamber is literally like in a couple of weeks. So after that, it's full sales to WrestleMania, so he can come back, after the Chamber, a week before the Chamber, who knows? But I think they can drag it out, have him out for a little bit. That's how
that's the last stop until WrestleMania, right? Chamber.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap up our show for this week. We will be back next week talking more wrestling. Trell, look, man, always appreciate you coming by. What you guys got coming on next week for Sports U Wrestling?
We're gonna go over, Elimination Chamber previews coming up. That's in a couple of weeks. So we're just gonna go over the normal Raw, SmackDown, NXT, something like that. We already did the Rumble coverage last night, which was awesome, off the charts. Mm-hmm. So next week, just back to usual schedule programming. However, tonight 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Me and John, we're gonna be on Marks with Mike's podcast. So if you guys are not busy, check us out on there. So the Rumble World Tour will end tonight with Marks with Mike's, but next week it's just gonna be more recap of Raw, SmackDown, whatever, news and rumors.
Sounds good, man. All right, everybody, make sure you guys tune in to your shows. Look, we're all over the place doing wrestling podcasts and everything like that. You guys enjoy wrestling. You guys are nuts just like us. So come hang out, chat it up with us. So, all right. I will see you guys again next week. Kenny Omega, take us home.
Must bid you two goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.